just to give you a little more detail on that, we're going to put an overlay, and you should be able to see that shortly. Here you go. So if you'd like to take part, we'd love to get you to go to doopoll.co, or indeed to the details that I'm now sharing. Apologies for that. To do.vote, D-O-O.vote. And when you get there, enter the code that is ultimate15, so ultimate XV. Alternatively, if you have a camera on your phone, you can just scan that QR code that is there right now. Okay, good stuff. So next up, we've got a question there already, so it'd be great if you can answer that. And in a few minutes, we'll be adding a few more as well. Okay, without further ado then, I'm keen to get you to join our panel. So we're going to get those people involved right now. And here they are. Unfortunately, we're having a few technical glitches from the doopoll side. And we're not able to bring in Mike from the Cardiff Blues. So obviously you've met me, but we also have Tiffany here with us. Tiffany is Social Media and Communications Officer down at the Liberty Stadium for the Ospreys Rugby. Afternoon, Tiff.
Afternoon.
Next up, we have bottom left, well, you can probably tell. Actually, let's go bottom right first, clockwise. We've got Ben Mottram. Ben's Head of Content with Dragons Rugby. Afternoon, Ben.
Afternoon.
And last but not least, or as he constantly reminds us, West is best. It's Rob Lloyd with the Scarlets. Afternoon, Rob.
Hey, Steve. Good to be here.
Hey, good man. Okay, so we're going to crack on and talk a little bit about what's been happening over the last 6 weeks. You, along with Mike as well, have run the Ultimate 15 campaign across social media sites, asking the fans to vote for their favourite player across each position in the regional era. Numbers are pretty mind-boggling. As of 5 minutes ago, we'd seen 87,763 votes cast. Via huge social media work and indeed broadcasts on national radio and articles from major news publishers. Oh, and the small matter that we've gathered over 10,000 emails by now. So first of all, I wanted to go to Tiff. Tiff, could you tell us a little bit about what you were hoping to achieve during this campaign?
Yeah, when we first initially linked up towards the beginning of the lockdown, we were all looking at ways we could work together, come up with content, and thought the Ultimate 15 was a great way to engage forward. Off the back of that, we got in touch with ourselves to create a way to capture data off the poll, and then not just add to our data, but have the option to opt in across the poll. So we're just hoping to create engaging content and look back at some of our past players as well as the current ones, and then just look at some of our successes, and then remind people of the good old days when it was rugby.
Okay, sounds good. So do you mind if we share some of the tweets that have been going out, not just from yourselves, but from the other regions too? Just so if you can kind of talk us through the kind of thinking you had with that. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I'll do that right away. Bear with me. So I'm just going to... And if I ditch myself, sorry about this, everybody. Let's go for these tweets. I'm going to drag those over. Ooh. They're not playing nicely for me. I'm just going to set these through. Okay. And here we go. Okay. So, yeah, so you talk us through some of these tweets, Tiff.
Sorry, it was just taking a while to load on my screen. Yeah, so with like today's vote, Andrew Bishop, it just gave us the chance to highlight certain players. Sometimes you just see the name and you think, oh, we'll just vote for him. But then gave us the opportunity to highlight what they've done for the region and remind people. So with Andrew Bishop, four league titles, the EDF NG Cup, 209 appearances, and that's just him.
And obviously we can see similar stuff here from the dragons as well. It's interesting seeing, normally you're trying to distinguish yourselves, but this was something where you all kind of sang from the same hymn sheet, and there was a kind of continuity between the different regions. Yeah.
Definitely with the hashtag as well. We had supporters commenting saying, if you just click on that, you don't just see the Ospreys, you see all 4 regions. It's good to remind people of all the players that have come through Welsh Rugby.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, thanks so much for kicking us off with that then. So next up, we were going to have Mike from the Blues with us, but instead we're going to switch to just Ben down at the Dragons. Ben, really grateful for you joining us. Magnificent wallpaper, if you don't mind me saying so.
I've actually done that during the lockdown.
I'm impressed. That's great work. Obviously, from your side of things, one of the things you noted was how the Ultimate 15 for you was an opportunity to get engaged with all fans. Tell us a bit more about that, please.
Yeah, I think we were quite keen to be able to make sure everyone had a voice in this, really, because there's a danger. I've seen some clubs do it. They just use Twitter, for instance, as one social media platform to run these kind of ultimate polls. You end up with a result which is a lot of younger people voting, and you get none of the old people, if you like, getting a vote. So we were keen to do polls, be able to use it across multiple channels. So you could put it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your LinkedIn if you wanted to. Send out emails to your fan database that you already have. Make sure everyone was getting a say. That way we got a nice mix of some of the younger players getting involved, some of the legends who may have played 15 years ago, but the fans could say, I remember him, and made sure he got in the team. So it was just a nice way for us to get a nice spread across the years. And I think we've only got like a handful of players in the current team minutes, which shows good work.
Phenomenal stuff. Thanks very much for that, Ben. By the wonders of modern technology, very pleased to say that we now also have Mike with us. Mike, I'm so sorry for that. Do apologise for the technical problems. They're utterly our faults here at doopoll. But keen to bring you in and just get a little insight from you. I think you were going to expand on some of the collaborative work that the Blues, Cardiff Blues, have done previously with the Dragons. Has there been anything in particular that's worked really well for you, and how do you measure that success? Okay. I feel we've had, sorry, I thought we were in and all was good, but unfortunately it looks like there may have been some audio problems there with Mike. We'll try and look at that and get him back involved soonest. I do apologise. Hopefully people at home were hearing Mike, but it wasn't happening for myself. Before we head back west to meet with Rob again, we've got a live poll running, as we've mentioned. So I'm just going to get that involved so that we're able to look at some of the results that are coming through already. So this was a survey that we sent out just prior to the event, prior to the live stream. Really grateful for everyone that's taken part in this. Just going to put the results up on the screen now. And what we were asking was how people's feelings towards collaboration. And I was interested to see how this was going to pan out. So people are voting, 29 votes in at the moment. So Still work to do here, but they actively look for collaborations in over half of the instances. Open to collaboration if opportunities find me in 41%, and then a few that are suspicious of collaboration opportunities. So what I wanted to do next was to bring Rob in from down at the Parker Scarlets to just kind of look into some of the work that Rob has done. Hi there, Rob. How are you doing?
Good, Steve. Thanks. Cheers.
Great stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to really touch with you, Rob. We've got that live poll there. And I see some people are a little suspicious. I just wanted to get from your side of things a bit of insight for those people about the benefits of collaboration. And so yeah, I understand for you the Ultimate 15 campaign wasn't the first time you'd collaborated with another region. Tell us a little bit more about previous successes for you at the Scarlets.
Yeah, I mean, historically, there's always been that rivalry, isn't it? And I've certainly Osprey had a fantastic rivalry over the years. And inevitably, you look across the grid and you think, oh, what are they doing? I don't know, tell them what we're doing or anything like that. And we got to a stage last year when we were both on collision course for the Champions Cup playoff. Basically, timescale meant we sell the game. So we just decided really to come together, all resources, and see to out of the situation. Get the seats would be shared, so get both sides to work this together. And it was a difficult sell because season tickets weren't eligible for the game. But it worked. I thought we did well to get the crowd we did, and considering, there were empty seats there, there was a great atmosphere in the crowd.
Amazing. Yeah, that's great stuff. And for you then, it's something that you'd urge others to do again?
Most definitely. I mean, it's something the groundwork's been put in with Judgment Day as well, or full as well as regularly. It's just a chat and good we can do. Obviously, Judgment Day has fallen to the COVID pandemic, but there are a lot of things being put in place. A lot of people from all had to say what stadium on the day, because in the past perhaps it's been an East West operation with the Garden and the Blues looking after things, and we turned up on the day and put our boots on and played really. But it's become a far more collaborative operation than Judgment Day, and I think something we can build on for future derbies as well. I know we work with the Ospreys now, and it's something we can push with the Blues and the Dragons as well.
Good Lord, I never thought I'd hear the day. Thanks very much for that, Rob. Okay, cool. We're going to have another bash at bringing Mike in to hopefully see if we can do a few more questions with Mike. So, yeah, let's see if this works now. And, okay. Mike, we're live. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I've got you too. Fantastic stuff. So yeah, good to have you on. I know it's been a really interesting piece of work from your side of things. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about the Ultimate 15 campaign work for you in terms of engaging with new supporters, something that Ben touched on earlier.
Yeah, I think one of the challenges for us at the moment is kind of the unidentifiable supporters we have. So, we'll have approximately 80,000 kind of people following our various social accounts, yet our database is nowhere near that. So it's trying to identify those people, and this was just a very useful initiative where we could drive those that audience on social media and try and get a bit more email data from them. So to answer the question of how effective it's been, we've had a kind of massive response in terms of engagements, and obviously there's been a bit of a drop-off then in the emails you get, but we've managed to get 10,000 email addresses across the 4 regions, which I think everyone would agree is kind of a fantastic result. And for ourselves, I think we've got somewhere between 500 and 1,000 new opted-in emails.
Wow.
So for the course of an initiative over a 6-week period, it's been really successful for us.
That's fantastic stuff. I think there's a similar kind of good news story as well down at the Ospreys. I'm going to bring Tiff in again. Tiff, tell us a little more from your side of things. Numbers were echoed for you as well?
Yeah, we have a similar number. From the first 3 weeks, we had just shy of 1,400. 50% of those were new, and 66% have never purchased a match ticket with us.
Okay, so 2/3 of the respondents had not purchased anything from you in the past, and over half were brand new engaged supporters. Was that what you expected? Was that what you were predicting beforehand?
I think we were aiming for it.
Okay.
Not really sure what to expect, but like what Mike said, we're hoping the engagement will be high, and then it was 50-50.
Okay, so there's it's a really interesting thing. So a lot of people might be quite fearful of the idea of collaboration, and it's interesting kind of seeing how you guys have engaged with this. I think we spoke, or we were talking internally at doopoll about successful models that work in this fashion, and for example, retail parks and car dealerships. If you go to a retail park, you might find an Asda and M&S Food and a Costco all vie-in for the same or similar customers. Similarly, if you go to a Ford dealership, you can probably bet your bottom dollar that over the road there'd be a Honda, a Vauxhall, or a Nissan dealership as well. And I guess the thinking is that by being grouped together, people who are looking for a thing, in this instance, rugby, they love rugby, there's an increased chance for sale or engagement across the board. It's not just the fact that you're vying against competitors. It's the chance that you can pick up one of those people at one of those points. So yeah, people might head to the retail park to get a birthday cake, and they might hope to get that in M&S Food, but maybe not. And they might then go to Asda and might get it there, or heaven forbid, might end up at Costco. So that, I think, was kind of part of the thinking around it, really. Okay, just wanted to kind of move on to the next part now then. So we're going to go back to... so yeah, really appreciate that, Tiff and Mike. So nearly at the end now, just wanted to go back to the engagement we've had from the surveys that we sent out beforehand. And to do that, we're going to just share a screen again. Actually, that's something I can't do right now. So I can look at the results though, and we've got some questions there that I'm going to get you guys to answer. So Rob, I'm going to bring you back in to...
Sorry, Steve, I've lost you there.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, Rob. My apologies. You hear me now?
That's
Okay,
no
yeah,
problem.
great.
Yeah,
so yeah, I
that's
just
all
wanted to touch on the emphasis that you put on social media down at the Scarlets. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, during this period, more than ever, it's the way we're reaching out to fans, and I think lockdown and everyone loves an old game. Everyone loves nostalgia, and I think part of what we've been doing over social media has been just trying to engage fans, get them involved, and we found a lot of fans have just loved the old clips, loved a lot of old games as well being shown. I know a lot of clubs have done a lot of rewinds. The Blues, Mike with the Blues, have been doing it every weekend and getting players involved, and it's that little bit of nostalgia, that little bit of rugby coming back into their lives has been huge for them over this last 6 weeks or so.
And finally then, we're going to go over back to Ben down at Rodney Parade, or actually in the back bedroom. Going to bring you in now, Ben.
Lost you, Steve, I'm afraid.
Apologies, Ben. So yeah, we were looking at the stuff that you've done previously and how before coming across to the Dragons, you've been a kind of lengthy career within football. I wanted to kind of touch on that with you and see if there's been any different attitudes to collaboration since you've come across to rugby.
Yeah, well, I was quite fortunate. I worked in Wales before I went over to football and back again, some full circle, if you like. And I think there is slightly different attitude to football. I think Welsh rugby we're quite fortunate in the way that we are the best of enemies, if you like. There is open conversation and collaboration, which is nice to see. In football, I certainly found in my spell that it's very rivalrous. There's particularly rivalry. It's frowned upon if you try to work with and certainly by fans. Ironically, this has been a pandemic. A good example has been Man United, who are a huge at the moment, on the City United, which they're coming together and doing some really nice collaborative stuff. I think in Welsh rugby, fortunately, we have a line of communication, and we're always talking and trying to work together to benefit for all.
Great stuff. Thanks very much for that. We're just going to wrap things up now then. I want to say a massive thank you for myself. I do appreciate we've had some challenges along the way. Thanks for everyone sticking with us and listening through. I hope there's been some valuable stuff from your peers there. And obviously from our side of things, we're really grateful for everyone that's tuned in today. It would